The Vancouver Titans dropped their entire Korean roster and picked up 6 new contenders players this week. This is undoubtedly one of the weirdest things to happen this year, and that's saying something.
I mean, you can say the Titans aren't in the room anymore, seeing as runaway or ex-runaway players.
Well, the Titans are still in the room.
Runaway's not in the room.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot to get into. There's a lot actually to unpack here that I could do an entire show based on literally just this particular roster shift. I want to highlight a couple of things. First, the league actually temporarily allowed the Vancouver Titans to play with only 6 players in their roster. In general, you need 7, which is actually down from 8 at the very beginning of the season. Boston got an exception, and now Titans are getting even more so of an exception due to the situation surrounding the team. Obviously, there's a lot to sort of get in here just in terms of the players leaving the roster, in terms of the ex-runaway members with Fisher and Ri Hong as well. But what it comes down to, I think, is that Vancouver Titans, on the outside looking in, mismanaged the runaway team and were forced to drop them due to a plethora of just mistakes that were made, and obviously signing a bunch of contenders players, which we'll get into in just a moment in terms of who they are, but not to taint their gameplay from the mistakes the org made. I think it's a loss. Any way you slice it, this is a loss for Overwatch. It's a loss for those who've been here for since the beta, since the runaway, Apex days, and even still, it's a loss for just Overwatch League fans too, because these are some fantastic players that we're just not going to see perform together anymore.
It's one of the end of the kind of the best storylines, maybe the best. Like if you look back on it,
it is the best
team. I think it's like from winning that Contender Season 2 for the first time, beating that demon, then coming into Overwatch League as an entire unit, winning Stage 1, being the second best team in Overwatch League, and having that rivalry with San Francisco Shock, and for it to all come down and break apart in this way it seems like it's not even really their fault. It's just really sad that it had to end up coming this way. And I think it's really just a sad moment for all of Overwatch League, losing that kind of narrative, losing that kind of team. Hopefully, maybe in the future, we'll see them back together on teams, together in some capacity. But the core of that runaway team, we're never going to see anything like that again in terms of just like the likability of a team ever.
Yeah, well, just in pro sports, in pro esports, it's just one of the stories that's never going to be matched. I think Runaway is the story that you kind of have to talk about when it comes to Overwatch. It's quintessentially Overwatch, and I think the fact that we're losing it is a huge deal.